I am taking this block. It says, "Hey there, pumpkin" on one side. I'm going to reverse it with a Thanksgiving cornucopia. And that way you can use it either way. It'll be a reversible item. I'm taking the back layer off. It only had one layer. And I'm going to place it on my piece of wood. I'm going to go ahead and add my mixture of glue and water after I cut the outside edge off and get that kind of placed a little bit better. Now I'm going to add that glue mixture. It's just glue and water, making my own. It's a lot less expensive just to take glue and water and make your own. Now put it all the way around the sides. I'm not going to put the napkin on the very bottom or the top. I'm just going to leave that brown. Now I'm going to place my napkin and going to wrap it around the sides. And then I'm going to take a piece of parchment paper and my little iron and go ahead and iron that. I had dried the glue just a little bit before I put my napkin on. Now I'm going to take that sander and just sand off my edges. And at the top I did have to cut a little bit because of the way that you have to fold it down on the top. So I did a little bit with the sander, and then I just took my scissors and just continued to cut that off. I saw where I need a little bit of glue back on the side, so I just took a little bit. Sorry that got out of camera a little bit. I just put a little bit of glue just to hold that down on the sides. And now I took my parchment paper, kind of rubbed that down just a little bit to smooth it out. And now I'm going to add some embellishments to this. I took a little bit of some of the greenery, which is, this one has gold on it. Instead of having the green moss, this is a little gold moss that I found, I believe, at Joann's or Michael's. Now I'm going to add some leaves and some little picks on it and dress it up just a little bit in this corner. I was going to do it at the top, but I decided I liked it down here on the corner. I've got some little pumpkins. So I like to use fillers. Anytime you find these fillers, grab them up, because especially at the end of the season when they mark them down, they are great to use on your background or to put in the middle of a bow. So I'm going to add some little pumpkins. I added that little leaf there. I got that at Michael's. It was a whole pack of those on sale. Love those little wood leaves. Sometimes you can find them at the home Hobby Lobby as well. These were a little bit less expensive for a bigger pack. Okay, I like the way that's looking. Maybe add a couple of more things there. Just kind of have to play with it, see what you like the best. Put a little greenery on there. That looks good. Now let's make our bow. So I'm going to use my bow dabber. Saw one little place to sand there. Now I'm going to use my bow dabber, a few ribbons. These are some ribbons and some rag material that I have. I just gather rag material at different places and the ribbons, and I also order from JubileeFabrics.com. They are also on Facebook. You can go there and tell them that I sent you. Just somewhere that I love their materials. They're the same on both sides, so I love that. And then I used some from a rag rug that I got and some that were given to me. Just put all those in there together. Now I'm going to tie that up. And then we will have to trim it up just a little bit. And I'm going to leave that long because I'm going to tie it around the little stem on top of our pumpkin here. That'll give it a little bit more stability. And then I'm just going to trim some of those up. And then I think I'm going to put that flower in the middle, trying to decide I like the flower in the middle. I did take a little bit of my glue and attach the back of the bow to make it have more stability on my stem. Then I saw a little place that I forgot to attach this little, looks like a little pine cone, put that on there. That's where I add my little glue. That keeps it down a little bit better. Now you can just kind of fuss with your bow. And there you have it. Let's add a little bit of our Dixie Bell Best Dang Wax in Brown on it and give it a little bit more of a vintage antique look. I put a little bit on my flower too to kind of give that a little bit more of that look. It was a little bit bright, and then I put a little bit on that leaf at the bottom.